right now.
Stay still. You need to be searched.
You've been activated. Do you need a minute?
Say the word and I'm good.
Let's see what we've got.
Right, enough.
For your safety, Albion drones are fitted with anti-riot equipment. Protest.
Listen, mate, you have your face broken.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking here.
Oh, Brill, thank you.
Somebody help that
Unit. Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. Responding to the situation now.
Target just went through a checkpoint. Over. Where did they go? Shit. Control. Let's put out an APW. We're getting nowhere here.
Trouble events. Individuals inciting a criminal disorder. You have been
All right, my friend.
Attention! Illegal entry into London is a security risk. Do not compromise your safety or the safety of others. Report all illegal persons directly to the authorities.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
got a street artist here. Could be good for our image, you know.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see... small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and also, I thought that optic
Well, that's the end of that harassment campaign. I'll inform our prospect. Now that you've helped them, they might be willing to talk to us.
try somewhere else. I suppose I'll keep looking. Nobody's here. Searching elsewhere. Just surrender!
What do you have, Buckley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Give me those coordinates.
It's not all that bad.
No, you're completely wrong on this. I don't want everybody tracking me wherever I'm going around London.
Well, in that case, you might be interested in some rumours I heard. Did you hear that some desert hackers have found a way to bypass the optic?
Look expensive.
Are they actually making it better or usable or actually friendly for anybody? Well, we're going to see if that they can make it slip. And have a chance of becoming a bit more private again.
So you can go back and enjoy all the great things about Optic without that fear of surveillance.
With the Optic, privacy's dead.
This is London Calling. You're listening to me, Tash, Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. This time we're turning our focus back on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcaster has been through a lot of changes since the Hassani government gave in to pressure from its corporate backers and privatised the corporation. Today, the GBB is a shadow of its former self. It's become a tool used by the government to circulate fake news and misinformation. So how did we get here? Where did it all go wrong? How can we tell when our national media has become fake propaganda?
I heard that you need some help. Wagwan.
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
If you stand by and do nothing, you're just as guilty as the one who pulled the trigger. We need to show the people it's possible to resist Albion. They don't have to give up or give in. We can rise and stop them. If we don't stop them now, this will only get worse. You have something for us?
Almost got clip finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
I won't argue that.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's our move, then.
Albion's housed a massive hybrid power generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a power surge in that beast and boom.
I thought this place was closed to the public. How are you getting your information?
It cost me a news drone. Okay, maybe... Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any ideas?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid power generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
We gotta see about this. Look at this.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system.
Investigation underway. Investigating disturbance.
That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Investigation underway. Halt.
Here we go. That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, There are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're champing at the bit.
DedSec can always use more support. Tell your friend we welcome their help.
Hard to get your message to cut through all of the noise of all of the disinformation that's there. So like, you know, you'll remember Out on the Edges, there was this story about when they would take a house by force, they would take any infants and they would crucify them. And that's a great, fantastic, viral story. And how do you counter that story? With the truth. The only way you can counter it is by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear
It's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the key way in which
governments have controlled and influenced their population. So totalitarian countries have particularly huge mainstream media.
Someone.
I think you're seeing a return to a more traditional and older pre-digital sense, actually, of people just trusting what they're told, and that's why we have to
be here with radio stations like this to challenge those conceptions. Most citizens would feel pretty hopeless, I think, and unable to fight back against these huge mainstream corporations that simply.
support the ideals and ideologies of the state, it can seem very hopeless indeed. But I think, you know, the fact that you're out there listening, we're in here talking, shows that there is still a space to combat these false truths and disinformation that's being sold to us, and that it's never possible really to completely shut down, despite all the technologies that they have at their disposal and all the financial and corporate power and all the physical power. It's never quite possible to shut down people's desire to get to the truth and fight
for their own ideologies and values, and you know, we're out here starting that path, so don't give up hope.
You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tasha. We'll be back soon with more of what you never say.
We're going to talk to you about Albion, your friend of mine. Violent crime. Plummeting to a record.
The door's being a dick. What was that? You're not supposed to do that.
Has to be here somewhere.
I can... Here, moving on.
Go, get that waste man! This door ain't right.
Oh, happy times.
You're listening to The Bar.
Do you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become, Alice? When you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for... off it. Oh, I think we're basically just...
You're it. Ready to go?
Absolutely.
Lay off, you damn drone.
I went on a bit of a shopping spree. Good to see you, darling.
If you can hear this, be smart. Leave before I see you.
We need to find that fucker.
Shut it down! They fucked off!
Wait, listen. What the? Fuck, someone's down. You alive?
No one here. I'll take another area. Just come out. We know you're here.
Holy shit, this is fucked! Go on, wait them out.
God, save me! Checking its out!
Jesus, no! Let's see what we got.
That's interesting. Is it a part of something?
That's a hit!
Come and check this out.
We're not gonna find him! It's gone!
That's fucking...
just become a homeopathic Britain? Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature, the bug off feature. The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week. We're going to tell the bug off. To get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel Catholic. This is the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000. Soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its cultural military in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate first for the Bug Off? Alice?
I think today's bug off for me goes to my streaming service. Dating shows that
I'll teach you a lesson, you prat.
Come on, man. Stop, bitch. Get ready, blood.
Stay back. Oh my days! Yeah. What? I don't want to be left alone.
I'm Andy, I don't call OT.
What's her story, Bags?
Her network activity shows she's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
No. Fucking with medical care is not okay. The NHS is barely hanging on as it is.
You're right. What if she injected some easily deletable code or opened an easily closable back door? Blimey, it might take me seconds to fix. Come on, just connect me to a hospital server and I'll sort it.
Okay, I'm on it.
All's well here. What's next? Over there. Twat. Oh my god. Ugh. That was bloody.
What's this then?
Authorities.
you are having a fucking laugh.
London's not just for millionaires.
Say hello to me. Bloody not. Brother is the most antisocial businessman in London.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I know who you are.
All right, officer. You got a thankless job, ain't ya?
So that's high. Gonna get me them likes, innit? All right, officer.
Real funny officer. That's why they're gossiping. Tell them off. Guess what the waggons do?
All right.
What's going on?
Now, let me tell you something. I invented these moves. It's all in the knees. I can do the hip-hop. You kids have nothing on me.